Devil Wears Prada 2. Hollywood just did it again. Jing Zhao, small, glasses, unfashionable nerdy, in a fashion office. She tried to impress her new boss, failed immediately, and then panicked to announce her every academic achievement since she was born. The most cringy Chinese character you ever seen. In 2026, not 2006. 2 decades later, the same stereotype taste. 25 million views, backlash across China, Japan, Korea. The studio's response? Zero. Not a single word. I'm Chinese, living in Europe for years, and loads of Chinese in the town. Including me, I feel myself pretty well dressed. So where this image come from, and why this image never get updated? Today I want to break down this to 4 parts. What is a stereotype? Where does this stereotype come from? What are the reasons created this kind of stereotype? What are the real looks of Asians and why there's no update from Hollywood? Because the answer isn't just Hollywood is racist. That's too easy.
What is this stereotype?
Back to Jing Zhao. Even the name sounds familiar, right? Jing Zhong?
Huh?
But what actually annoys me the most is not the name, is not her GPA speech. It's again this kind of character, this kind of a role has been played in Hollywood for decades and decades. The nerd, the small, the sidekick, the awkward best friend, bad dress, the glasses, the funny accent, and the one who's always bad at socializing. Gosh, the one who exists to make the white protagonist looks more charming by comparison. Smart enough to be useful by the lead characters, awkward enough to be funny besides. Think about it, how many times have you seen this kind of characters? 6 Candles, 1984, Long Dak Dong, the nerdy Asian exchange student, awkward, clueless, played entirely for laughs. And this name itself, seriously? Long Dak Dong? Long Dak Dong, Long Dak Dong, Long Dak Dong. Mean Girls 2004, the mathlete Asians, smart, socially invisible. Gleam Girls, Lan Kim, the quirky Asian best friend, never in the main story. The Amazing Yan in Ocean 11, barely speak, treated like a circus freak. Ned Leeds, Spider-Man, the Asian nerd, the Asian best friend who exists to make the same white nerd doesn't look too nerd and fit. And yes, helps the white best friend to become hero. Different decades, different movie, the same characters. Always the sidekick, always the brain. Never good looking, never strong. Never the hero itself. Like they didn't think, they just used the same template and changed to different name and then it's done. Even in 2026. So where did this template come from in the first place? Let me tell you the story. If you like this video so far, please like and subscribe.
Where is it come from?
Hollywood has been making what they think Asian characters for 100 years, and it's basically been 2 faces, both are bad, but in different ways. First one, the yellow period. From the early 18th centuries to 20th century, Asian man was portrayed in Hollywood as alien, villains, sinister, threatening, Fu Manchu. This is famous, right? The mysterious foreigner who wants to corrupt and destroy the whole Western civilization. Asian women are either dangerously seduces men, white men, silent, submissive. Either way, exotic. No other personalities. So this was a yellow period era, Asian treated as threat. Phase 2, the model minorities. Somewhere in the middle 20th century, the narrative flipped. Suddenly Asian people, particularly East Asian people, were being held up as good minorities. Hardworking, law-abiding, academic exceptionals, no one causing troubles. A way better image, right?
No, not at all.
The model minority stereotype was, and it still is, a cage. It maintains a single group of people as a single model to existence. It's acceptable. Be brilliant, be obedient, be useful, but don't be too loud, too confident, too fully human. Jing Zhao is exactly the model minority stereotype in runway office. Yale GPA, perfect test scores, completely unable to have a basic social interaction. Impressive on paper, slightly pathetic in person. Now we know the history, and next we need to know why.
The reasons.
But why? Why would Hollywood do this on purpose? 3 reasons, and they all work together. First, money. In early 1900, the Chinese immigrant taking jobs that white American workers want as well. That was the real economic competition. And then Hollywood reflect that fear to put Asian characters on the screen as threats, as outsiders, as people who didn't belong. It made white audience feel better of themselves, and also it sells more tickets. Second, politics. The stereotype didn't follow the people, it follows the politics. Japan bombed the Pearl Harbor, villain. Then American won, occupied Japan, made them ally. And suddenly Japanese characters in Hollywood become quiet, obedient, hardworking, the good Asian, the perfect model minority. South Korea, American ally, also good Asian. China, Vietnam, North Korea, enemy, bad Asian, threatening. The same continent, but different treatment. Not because the people changed, but really depends on what Washington thinks. Hollywood didn't decide who was good, who was bad, but Washington did. Hollywood follows. Third, control. In 2020s, 91% of Hollywood executives
are white men.
When the people deciding which story get to told, all look the same, think the same, grow up watch the same movies. All of them reach the same templates not because they are racist, because they never had to question it. Money, control, and politics. Jing Chao didn't happen by accident. She was built by 100 years of these three things work together. Now we know the reason, and next, let me tell you what's real Asian look like in 2026 and why Hollywood never updated the image.
What are the real looks?
I've lived in Europe for years, and those Chinese people I know, students, professor, businessmen, no one looks like Jing Chao. They are stylish, they are confident, they have opinions, they travel the world, they build companies, they make art. The Chinese young people I've seen are the most cultural fluent, most global aware. And what are the Asian women in my eyes? Dong Mingzhu started as a saleswoman, built Degree as China's largest appliance company, the only Chinese woman ever named one of Harvard's Business Review's best performing CEO in the world. Janine from Blackpink, global Chanel ambassador, one of the most followed women on planet, sells out concert in 60 seconds. Naomi Osaka, Japanese tennis player, 4 Grand Slam titles, one of the highest paid female athletes on the planet, using her platform talked about mental health and racial equality. These are Asian women in 2026. Not just them, all Asian women beside me are powerful, global, and confident. And yet, Hollywood ignored all the facts, gave us Jing Chao. Arrogant, ignorant, and lazy. They used the templates from 40, 50, 60 years ago. And nobody in the room thought to question it. Nobody said, wait, does this really reflecting anything in 2026? Because to do that, you have to care enough to look. They see Asian character needed and grab the most convenient thing to use it. So yes, Devil Wears Prada 2 gave us Jing Chao in 2026. And this will keep happening. Because Hollywood is a mirror, and for now, the mirror is reflecting that the USA is falling behind. At least mentally, at least the narrative, and they don't know anything about it yet. They still use the same image, the same old image to convincing themselves that this is how Asian women look like. But while they are busy recycling Jing Chao, Asia is rising to the top. If you found this interesting, this kind of breakdown of why these things happen, not just what happened, subscribe to this channel. Next, I can talk about why China built infrastructures faster than the rest of the world, while the West is still arguing whether to start or not. See you.